Everyone, imagine a world where everything feels effortless, where decisions are simple, tasks flow smoothly, and stress is minimal. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, science tells us that the way we design our environments, habits, and mindsets can make life feel easier. This is the power of the psychology of ease, the art and science of reducing friction in our daily lives to enhance productivity, well being, and success. Today, I want to share 4 key insights into how we can harness ease in our lives. Point 1, the power of simplicity. We often assume that more effort leads to better results, but studies show that simplifying tasks leads to greater efficiency. Whether it's decluttering your workspace, breaking complex goals into smaller steps, or using clear communication, simplicity reduces mental load and increases effectiveness. Point 2, decision fatigue and effortless choices. Every day, we make thousands of decisions, from what to wear to how to respond to emails. The more choices we face, the more our mental energy drains. This is called decision fatigue. By automating routine decisions like meal planning or setting a morning routine, we free up mental space for more important matters. Point 3, the role of familiarity and habit. The brain prefers what is familiar. Repetition creates ease. That's why habits, once formed, require less energy. By creating positive habits like setting a consistent sleep schedule or using reminders, we make good behaviors effortless rather than a struggle. Point 4, designing for ease in daily life. Ease is not just about personal habits, it's also about how we shape our surroundings. Businesses design user-friendly apps to make choices easier. Educators simplify learning materials to boost understanding. In our own lives, small design choices like placing healthy snacks within reach or setting phone notifications to do not disturb can make life feel smoother and less stressful. The power of simplicity. In today's fast-paced world, we often associate complexity with sophistication and effort with success. However, research and real-life examples show that simplicity is a far more effective approach to achieving our goals. The power of simplicity lies in its ability to reduce cognitive load, enhance focus, and make tasks more manageable. Take, for example, the concept of minimalism not just in design but in daily life. When we declutter our physical space, our minds feel less overwhelmed. A clean, organized workspace leads to clearer thinking and better decision making. The same principle applies to our schedules. When we try to juggle too many tasks at once, we spread our energy thin, making it difficult to perform at our best. By prioritizing the most important tasks and eliminating distractions, we create a workflow that is both productive and stress-free. Simplicity is also crucial in communication. The most powerful messages are often the simplest ones. Think of great leaders and speakers. Martin Luther King Jr., Steve Jobs, or even Albert Einstein. They all knew the importance of clear, concise messaging. Steve Jobs, for instance, revolutionized the tech industry by designing products that were simple and intuitive. The easier something is to understand, the more effective it becomes. Whether it's writing an email, giving a presentation, or explaining an idea, the clearer and more straightforward we are, the better we connect with others. Another aspect of simplicity is in goal setting. When we set vague, overly ambitious goals, we often feel overwhelmed and struggle to start. However, when we break goals down into smaller, more achievable steps, they suddenly feel doable. For example, if someone wants to get fit, saying, "I will exercise 3 times a week for 20 minutes," is far more effective than setting a vague goal like, "I want to be healthier." Small, simple actions lead to big results over time. Even in technology and business, simplicity drives success. The most successful companies, Apple, Google, and Amazon, focus on making their products user-friendly. Why? Because when things are easy to use, people engage more. The same applies to our own lives. The simpler our systems, habits, and workflows, the more sustainable and enjoyable they become. Ultimately, simplicity is not about doing less, it's about doing what truly matters with clarity and efficiency. It's about cutting through the noise, focusing on priorities, and designing our lives in a way that feels effortless yet productive. By embracing simplicity, we free up mental energy, reduce stress, and create space for creativity, innovation, and fulfillment. You said, decision fatigue and effortless choices. Every day we make thousands of decisions: what to wear, what to eat, how to respond to messages, which tasks to prioritize, and even whether to hit snooze on the alarm. While it may seem like these choices are small and insignificant, they take a toll on our mental energy. This phenomenon is known as decision fatigue, where the quality of our decisions deteriorates as we make more of them throughout the day. Psychologists have found that our brains have a limited capacity for high-quality decision-making. When we start the day, our mental resources are fresh, but as the day progresses and we continue to make decisions, our cognitive energy depletes, leading to poorer choices. This is why, after a long day of work, people often struggle to decide what to cook for dinner or end up making impulsive purchases. Even highly successful individuals recognize the impact of decision fatigue and take steps to reduce unnecessary choices. Take, for example, Barack Obama and Mark Zuckerberg. Both have been known to wear the same style of outfit every day. Why? Because eliminating the small decision of what to wear allows them to save mental energy for more important matters. By minimizing trivial decisions, they ensure that their focus remains on the choices that truly matter. One of the most effective ways to combat decision fatigue is through automation and routine. When we create habits and systems that remove the need for constant decision-making, we free up our mental energy. For example, meal prepping at the beginning of the week eliminates the daily question of what to eat. Setting a morning routine ensures that we don't waste time figuring out how to start the day. Automating bill payments, creating to-do lists, and using schedules all contribute to making life easier and more efficient. Another key strategy is prioritization. Not all decisions carry the same weight, so it's important to focus our energy on what truly matters. Many productivity experts recommend the Eisenhower matrix, a method that categorizes tasks based on urgency and importance. By sorting our decisions in this way, we can direct our energy toward high-impact choices rather than getting lost in trivial ones. Businesses also take advantage of the psychology of ease by designing their services to reduce decision fatigue for customers. Have you ever noticed how Netflix automatically plays the next episode, or how Amazon suggests buy-again options? These companies understand that the easier a decision is, the more likely people are to follow through. The same principle applies in our own lives. When we design our environments to make positive choices effortless, we improve our productivity and well-being. In the end, decision fatigue is not just about feeling mentally drained. When we reduce the number of unnecessary decisions we make daily, we conserve energy for what truly matters, leading to a more efficient, stress-free, and fulfilling life. The role of familiarity and habit. Have you ever noticed how the first time you try something new, it feels difficult and even exhausting? But after doing it repeatedly, it becomes second nature. This is the power of familiarity and habit. Our brains are wired to seek ease, and familiarity is one of the most effective ways to reduce mental strain. When something becomes familiar, it requires less effort, making life feel smoother and more manageable. The science behind familiarity and habit psychologists and neuroscientists have studied how the brain processes new versus familiar experiences. When we encounter something unfamiliar, our brain has to work harder to process it, analyze risks, and make decisions. However, once we become accustomed to a certain routine, behavior, or environment, the brain operates on autopilot, conserving energy. This is why habits, both good and bad, become automatic over time. Think about when you first learned how to drive a car. At first, every action required intense focus, checking mirrors, adjusting speed, signaling turns. That's because the brain has formed neural pathways that make the process automatic. The same principle applies to daily routines, learning new skills, and even social interactions. The power of repetition in forming habits. Repetition is key to making anything feel easier. When we do something consistently, it moves from conscious effort to subconscious routine. This is why building positive habits is one of the most powerful ways to make life easier. Whether it's exercising, reading, meditating, or practicing a skill, the more frequently we engage in the behavior, the less effort it requires. Habit formation follows a pattern known as cue, routine, reward, as described by Charles Duhigg in The Power of Habit. For example, cue, waking up in the morning. Routine, drinking a glass of water. Reward, feeling refreshed and energized. By identifying cues and attaching them to positive behaviors, we can establish habits that require little thought but lead to great long-term benefits. While familiarity reduces stress and anxiety, familiarity doesn't just make tasks easier, it also brings comfort and reduces anxiety. When we know what to expect, we feel more in control. This is why routines are so powerful for managing stress. People with structured routines, such as a set bedtime or a regular morning ritual, often experience less anxiety because they remove unpredictability from their day. Even in social interactions, familiarity plays a crucial role. We tend to feel more at ease with people we've met multiple times, which is why networking events or public speaking become easier with practice. Similarly, businesses use familiarity to their advantage. Think of how companies use consistent branding, logos, and jingles to create a sense of trust. The more we see something, the more comfortable we feel with it, even if we don't consciously recognize it. How to use familiarity and habit to your advantage. If you want to make life feel easier, start by creating routines that work for you. Identify areas of your life where you experience unnecessary effort and look for ways to add structure and repetition. Some ways to do this include establishing a consistent morning routine to start the day on the right note, practicing a new skill daily until it becomes second nature, using reminders and cues to reinforce positive habits, surrounding yourself with familiar environments that promote ease and comfort. By embracing familiarity and reinforcing positive habits, we allow ourselves to function with less effort, making daily life feel smoother and more enjoyable. Designing for ease in daily life, the way we structure our environments, routines, and workflows, has a profound impact on how easy or difficult life feels. Many of the struggles we face daily are not due to a lack of motivation or ability, but rather the way things are designed around us. By intentionally designing our surroundings and habits to minimize friction, we can create a lifestyle that feels effortless and productive. The power of environmental design. One of the most effective ways to make life easier is to modify our environment so that making good decisions and taking action requires less effort. This principle, known as choice architecture, is often used in behavioral psychology to encourage better habits. For example, if you want to drink more water, keeping a water bottle within arm's reach makes it easier to stay hydrated. If you want to eat healthier, placing fruits and vegetables at eye level in the fridge increases the likelihood of choosing them over junk food. Small changes in our surroundings can have a big impact on our behavior without requiring willpower or discipline. Businesses and marketers understand this concept well. Supermarkets place impulse buy items like candy near the checkout because they know people are more likely to grab them while waiting in line. Tech companies design apps with push notifications to keep users engaged. In our personal lives, we can reverse engineer this strategy to encourage good behaviors by making positive actions more convenient and unhealthy or unproductive habits more difficult. Reducing mental clutter through organization. A cluttered environment often leads to a cluttered mind. When our physical spaces are disorganized, we waste time searching for things, feel overwhelmed, and experience decision fatigue. Simplifying and organizing our living and working spaces can significantly reduce stress and increase efficiency. Consider the everything in its place method. When items have designated spots, we eliminate the frustration of constantly searching for lost keys, documents, or gadgets. Digital organization is just as important. Cleaning up email inboxes, categorizing files, and using automation tools can streamline workflow and free up mental space. Minimalism also plays a role in designing for ease. The fewer unnecessary possessions we have, the fewer decisions we need to make about maintaining them. Decluttering is not just about aesthetics, it directly impacts our ability to focus and stay productive. Leveraging technology and systems for effortless productivity. Technology, when used correctly, can be a powerful tool for making life easier. Automation tools like calendar reminders, budgeting apps, and smart home devices reduce the mental load of managing daily responsibilities. Instead of remembering to pay bills manually, setting up autopay ensures that finances are handled without stress. Instead of constantly checking emails, scheduling specific times for checking messages can prevent distractions. Creating standardized systems is another way to design for ease. Many successful people use templates for recurring tasks, whether it's responding to emails, writing reports, or preparing meals. By eliminating the need to start from scratch each time, these systems reduce effort and increase consistency. Time management strategies such as batching similar tasks together or following the 2-minute rule, if something takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately, further simplify workflows. The key is to design routines and systems that work for you rather than relying on motivation alone. Simplifying social and professional interactions. Even our social and professional lives can be designed for ease. Networking, maintaining relationships, and communicating effectively can feel exhausting when approached haphazardly. However, small changes in approach can make a big difference. For instance, scheduling regular catch-ups with close friends rather than waiting for spontaneous plans ensures that social connections remain strong without constant effort. Using pre-written email templates for common responses saves time while maintaining professionalism. Setting boundaries, such as limiting social media usage or declining unnecessary commitments, can prevent overwhelm. Workplaces can also benefit from ease-focused design. Companies that implement clear guidelines, structured workflows, and user-friendly technology, whether in personal life or business, reducing friction leads to better experiences and greater productivity. By intentionally shaping our environments, routines, and interactions to minimize resistance and maximize efficiency, we create a life that flows effortlessly. When things are designed for ease, success, happiness, and well-being naturally follow. The psychology of ease is not about avoiding effort or taking shortcuts. It's about working smarter, not harder. When we simplify our tasks, minimize decision fatigue, build strong habits, and design our environments for ease, we create a life that feels more effortless, productive, and fulfilling. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your habits work in your favor, your environment supports your goals, and your decisions feel natural rather than draining. Small, intentional changes can lead to a huge transformation in how we experience life. So, as you leave here today, I encourage you to ask yourself, what small changes can I make right now to bring more ease into my life? Because when life feels easier, we are free to focus on what truly matters: our growth, happiness, and success. Thank you. You said.